What started as a one-woman effort to help others during the COVID-19 pandemic transformed into a team of hundreds of volunteers. And now it's been turned into a comedy story called Sweatshop Overlord, a Pulitzer Prize finalist play. And here to share more on the inspiration behind it is creator and actor Kristina Wong. Kristina, thank you so much for joining me here. Yes, I'm so excited to talk about this. And first and foremost, let's give an overview of the play.
Yeah, so this is basically the show I never thought I'd make. I found myself in March 2020, as we all did, sidelined by the pandemic. In my specific case, as a solo performer, I was deemed a non-essential worker. And I sew my sets and props for my previous shows and suddenly found that I had one essential skill in a moment where we were not a culture at that time that wore masks or had masks on the market. And I went to my Hello Kitty sewing machine and sewed my first mask, made a very naive offer to the internet that if you needed a mask, I could get you one, not realizing that was everybody. Found myself with some very scary requests from nurses, from doctors, from every kind of frontline worker imaginable, and having to play God, like who's going to get the few masks that I made today. So I started a Facebook group called Auntie Sewing Squad, not realizing what our acronym was, and we became what was supposed to be a 2-week stopgap went on for over 500 days of the pandemic.
So who joined in the anti-sewing squad?
So originally it was just pulling around people around me who I knew could sew, my mother and then my mother pulled in her friends, but I had like college professors. It was a lot of Asian American women actually, and it was not a coincidence. It was because we had mothers and grandparents who worked doing garment work, who learned sewing as a survival skill, and it was passed down to us. And it was like anyone who could sew, I just brought in. But we didn't just have sewing aunties. We had people who were helping take care of each other and helping organize. Just because you know that farm workers need masks doesn't mean you throw a box of masks into a field and hope they find it. Right. We needed to figure out who was doing the distribution in these rural communities, who could communicate with them about their needs. And so we had this whole organizing unit of super aunties. We also had a lot of child laborers, kids who suddenly were trying to learn from home, who were helping us with cutting and stuff.
People needed to keep their kids busy, so this gave them something to do.
So it was all hands-on kind of effort that ended up going longer and longer than we ever imagined, and I documented in the show. And I had never thought that I wanted to do a show about this kind of terrible time in our lives, but I think what I really witnessed was a generosity I'd never experienced before, a kindness I never thought was possible. It sort of took this sort of crisis for me to really witness the best of humanity, and I felt like that was worth celebrating.
Wow, yeah. So what an incredible experience. Yeah. You really just jumped into action, and then you had a whole army behind you.
I described the show as a one-woman war movie on stage, except there are no bullets and there are no guns. It's sewing machines and fabric, because that was really our weaponry. And finding elastic was like the hardest thing to do at the top of the pandemic. And there's a lot of kind of strange, funny stories about what we had to do to acquire materials at the top of at the top of this.
Yeah. So what made you want to take that experience and turn it into a play?
I think what I was witnessing was so, I mean, I knew what we all witnessed and lived through was very bizarre, but I just felt like, as someone who's otherwise an unessential performing artist, the fact that I know certain things about hospitals and certain reservations that I don't understand why I have access to felt very unique. But I also was working on it during lockdown on Zoom to entertain our aunties. So they would tune in from their sewing machines, and I would sort of perform our origin story as a group. They would chime in the comments and then turn their cameras on at the end and talk and sort of compare experiences, and sort of just took me by surprise when New York Theater Workshop asked me to turn it into a live show to open their season of fall 2021, and it premiered off Broadway.
Amazing. Yeah. And I know one of the things that you've incorporated is there's so many hilarious stories. So how were you able to take kind of this serious issue and make it into a funny comedy?
Well, it's so much of a bunch of aunties trying to put trying to make medical equipment with our sewing machines it was just felt so absurd. Like, we are like one of the most powerful countries in the world, and here I am like begging people to cut the straps off their bras, right? So that nurses could have some sort of form of protection. So a lot of the humor comes from the sort of the absurdness and the strangeness of what we were experiencing, and how is it that I, as someone who has no military experience, no garment work experience, suddenly leading this army, this battalion. And so the humor kind of already existed in our group as a survival mechanism. Like, we had to kind of joke about how ridiculous this all was to kind of get through the day, and just the strangeness that people's children's were, you know, on the work line, like making these things, and it just kept going over, like kept going longer than we thought was imaginable. So to me, that's where a lot of the humor comes from, but also just. I think what is so remarkable is the generosity, and I feel like a lot of people didn't get to witness that humanity could come together in this moment. I felt like I saw that, and I feel like it's worth sharing.
All right, so give everyone the details about the play. You've already been on the run, and so there's a limited time that people can still come out. Give us the details.
Yes, so it is playing at the Strand, 1127 Market Street at ACT until May 5th. At this point, I have 13 more shows left, 2 are student matinees, and you can go to act-sf.org and go get a ticket.
Amazing. Yeah. And you are born here,
yes,
right here in San Francisco. You grew up here. So what is it like for you returning to home and being able to perform on this
it's so
stage?
incredible to see all these people, to recount this kind of crazy moment from our past that we all lived in separately, but to see my old prom date, Roberto, to see, like, you know, my family, and to actually meet the aunties. We have a huge hub of Bay Area aunties here who've shown up, who I never knew. Most of them were sort of strangers before all this, and to see them show up live and to see the audience see them, it's really incredible and emotional. So this is, to me, more than just a play. It's a community. It's a possibility.
Congratulations. Yeah. That's so cool to take this experience that you had and be able to turn it into that. And really, it's just a continuous kind of homecoming. I mean, they were a part of this, and now they get to be here and see it on the stage. So
and feel witnessed, right?
Yeah.
I think it's so much about bringing a sort of history in that, because I feel like we would be remembering this time as a time where Asians were being hate crimed or blamed for this virus. I witnessed something very different, and I feel like that's worth sharing and celebrating.
Okay, well, one more time, where can people get tickets so they make sure to check it out?
ACT-sf.org. That's American Conservatory Theater, San Francisco, 1127 Market Street. You can even just go walk right up to the box office. Tell them Kristina sent you.
No excuses. You can get your ticket. Kristina, thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you. I'll see you there.
Yes.
I'll see you.
If you want to learn more about Kristina Wong and get your tickets for Sweatshop Overlord, head on over to liveinthebay.tv. We'll have a link there.